Hi, I'm Dawn Damari, and you're listening to another episode of the Teaspoon of Healing audio blog. I'm back with a lot of new episodes for you. Today's episode is about finding fitness activities that you enjoy. So, starting a new fitness routine, although it can be daunting, is really exciting, and it makes us just want to jump in headfirst to try it out. As human beings, we are naturally drawn to new things, exciting things, and fitness is no exception. However, sticking to a fitness routine, like a lot of things in life, is not so easy. We can get bored really quickly. We can find out that we don't enjoy the activity. Our muscles will get sore. We might find that it doesn't work with our schedule or lifestyle. And if we don't vary our activities, we will find that we'll notice a plateau after a few weeks where we aren't noticing results as we did at the beginning. All of these things, as well as other things, can derail our plans to sticking to a fitness routine. So you're more likely to stick to a routine if you enjoy it. Forcing ourselves to stick to a specific type of exercise that we think we should do, rather than choosing things that we enjoy doing, can really affect our long-term commitment to exercise. Here's an example from me. I used to think I had to take barre classes, and I didn't like them. But I forced myself to do them at a couple different studios because I thought I had to. Well, I found that I dreaded going, so I stopped going and I would just go get Starbucks instead. That obviously did not contribute to my overall health or fitness. Also, a hyper-focus on weight loss and body changes from exercise can contribute to a lack of long-term success with an exercise routine. So these are just a few reasons why it's important to choose activities you enjoy doing. You're much more likely to stick to a fitness routine if it's something you enjoy. Now, I am a health coach, and I have helped a few individuals discover the type of fitness activities they would like to undertake. However, I'm not a personal trainer. I'm unable to provide specific exercise advice and information on technique. However, it is within my scope of practice to help people start a routine of intentional movement. So by using open-ended questions and other things, I can enable people to discover what would work for them based on their schedule, lifestyle, and most importantly, what they enjoy. For example, a client of mine discovered during the pandemic that he enjoyed walking as a way to stay active. During the pandemic, he found a park near him that he could walk in. He began looking forward to these walks. Maybe he didn't do them every day, but he did them regularly, and he would look forward to it. This is key. He did not dread doing it. This is something he looked forward to doing. As I mentioned before, hyper-focus on weight loss or physical gains, that can be detrimental in the long run. It can be a motivator, though, at the beginning, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I can share something about myself. When I first started getting into exercise, I was about 13 or 14 years old, and I was initially motivated by how my body looked and how I wanted it to improve. And I remember my mom had some old books, and she had a book called Thin Thighs in 30 Days. And I remember looking down at my thighs, and I was wearing shorts, and I said, "Oh, I don't think I have thin thighs." Looking back, I definitely did, but as a 14-year-old, I didn't agree with that. And so I started doing some of the leg exercises in the book, along with some cardio. And I really enjoyed it at first, and I noticed a lot of improvement. I began to experience the plateau period, and my body wasn't changing as it was in the beginning, and that made me hyper-fixate on my body to a detriment to myself. Even though I was eating a nutritious diet for a 14-year-old, I began severely restricting my diet and, starving myself. So that obviously was not good for my health. My parents noticed, and that stopped, and I went on to healthier activities. Other times in my life, I remember taking classes. I had mentioned barre before, but there were a few other things I had done exercise-wise that I really didn't want to do. But I did it because I thought I had to, because it would make me look a certain way, or that we were just supposed to do certain things. And this never worked. Those exercise routines, the equipment I bought, it just sat unused, or I'd use it a couple times, and then stop. So that doesn't work. It really wasn't until I identified what I enjoyed doing and chose and rotated a few activities into my daily life that I was able to stick to a fitness routine. So for me, and this might not be the same for you, I found that I prefer outdoor exercise over the gym. I like brisk walking, jogging. I love hiking on trails, swimming, kayaking, not in the ocean, in flat water. And I like doing strength training at home with dumbbells. I like yoga, and I do use my stationary bike on cold days when I don't feel like exercising outside. So that's a variety of activities that I can rotate and that I enjoy. I also realized, I don't really like the gym, but I don't mind taking group classes. It's important to know what you like and you dislike. This enabled me to stick to a routine that I enjoyed. Another thing is to know your strengths and limitations of yourself and your body, as well as your schedule, and what makes you feel alive. So here's a body limitation of mine. I sustained a running injury. I used to be an avid runner, and I sustained an injury, and I realized, you know what? My days of running are long gone. So I choose now to hike, I do some jogging, and brisk walking. So I began to look forward to my nearly daily walks as little mini adventures, especially during the pandemic, like a lot of us did. And especially when things were closed and all there really was to do was walk outside. So I loved exploring new neighborhoods and taking advantage of the beach that's nearby for walks. And I also learned that I love trying out new hiking trails. I love the challenge of that. And what keeps me going on a tough trail is the curiosity of what might be around the next corner. Another thing that you might find helpful is finding some sort of distraction while you work out to avoid boredom. So, for example, I find that I absolutely must listen to music when I work out. Otherwise, I can't do it. You might find that you like to listen to podcasts, audiobooks. You might want to take videos of yourself or the scenery around you, or take photos, or just have quiet time to think while you move. You also might want to look at your schedule. Do you work at home and can you walk around your neighborhood during your breaks, or do you work in person? Maybe there's a park nearby that you could walk during a break, or a stairwell that you could use as exercise. There are many ways to work movement into your life. Of course, many communities do not have access to safe places to exercise. So it really behooves city councils and managers to really prioritize walking paths, trails, and green space for their residents, because that will improve their health. So again, it's really important to know yourself. You might need to join a gym because it provides you with motivation, accountability, and a social outlet. And others might find that simply carrying a couple bags of groceries home on foot is enough for strength training. As you know, grocery bags can get pretty heavy, so that could be something you could do to develop your strength. It's all about what works for you, not anyone else. Now, before I close, I do want to reiterate something. While it is okay to focus on your body, it's good not to hyper-focus on it. It's better to focus on the health benefits of exercise, because your body will follow. Again, it's fine to use improvement of your body as motivation to exercise, because it really is good motivation. But to sustain a regime long-term, try to focus on other health benefits, such as improved sleep, elevated mood, more energy, increased strength, fresh air, vitamin D. Things like this will help you continue when things get hard or when they get boring, because they will. And a pleasant side effect will be that you will notice that your body will change. Your clothes will fit better as you continue. Now, full disclosure, I don't have any kind of perfect body or anything close, and I'm fine with that, but I do notice a difference in my body now when I choose to move intentionally than in the past when I didn't. So let me know, what type of exercise do you like to do? Let me know what works for you. You can email me, dawn@teaspoonofhealing.com.